Welcome to Loleventvods. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
You're just everywhere else on the map. Is going to be a little tricky diving into a Braum and a Nako away from the tower. Chayak in the mid lane is going to be met by Genex. This is good early game from SK as Chayak's forced down to 100 HP. Rika lands the laser as well, so Chayak will have to back grab on the top side. Hilly down to half HP, as is Loopy. Hilly healing, jumping forward, looking for the damage onto Loopy. Concussive blows coming out. Loopy flashes, but he's still in vision. First blood, though, goes over to Rahel. Kazi tries to answer it with one of his own. Isma now coming in. Oh my god, Vitality! What were you doing?
Oh, it's close. Oh, it's close. It's important, but look at that minion wave. Look at that minion wave from Kazi right now. No cannon to tank the tower shots.
It's Hilly and Kazi. I don't know why I expected anything less.
Yeah, I mean, Rahel died with flash up. He could have flashed out, then picked up the wave for himself. Could have been played a bit better. So I think everything considering from that Vitality play, it could have gone a lot worse. Yeah,
2 for 2. Both the AD carries get the kills, and that's where we'll leave that. Loopy now showing what Elise can do in this support role, immediately roaming away, looking for Nako on this top side. Get some vision in the control wards.
Genex needs to be careful not taking too much damage while he's trying to get this in.
I mean, but with Isma on his way across, this should be a relatively simple, in inverted commas, dive. Nako hit with the grasp, now under tower. There's a cannon minion there. Loopy can tank. Cocoon goes wide. Nako still has the flash. Isma with the slow, and Nako has to invest the flash.
That's fair enough, but they're not in a position. It's unlucky as well. It's one past the minion.
Now Rahel is by himself in the bot lane. Loopy's on his way across. Rahel gets Rahel! Rahel's going to get two. It's a double under tower. He'll lose the XP.
Oh, it's another aggro.
Because he autos first. That's how he takes aggro. Hilly didn't get in range to get the auto down.
Oh, no.
Nako's now dead in the top side as Isma gets his first of the game. And we asked for SK to come out firing. They've done exactly that. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Loopy goes up, comes down, locked up with the concussive blows, down to 100 HP, but a good storm from Rika will keep Kazi at bay. Rahel jumps across, Lince's diving forward. Isma is just going to go for the grubs instead. Vitality took one of them, so SK will only be able to get 2 from this initial spawn, but Hilly and Kazi...
Are we still going? Really, Hilly? Are we still going?
I don't think we should have been. I do not think we should have still been going. I'm going to be honest.
I don't even know where to start.
Well, wasn't it yesterday that Hilly took 40 minutes until he died?
So he's making up for that now.
Making up for lost time, guys. Praise be to the Hilly.
I mean, at least they're getting a dragon here, but this has been a comedy of errors in a row now coming through from Vitality. And to make matters worse, while they were contesting on those grubs, multiple waves just got pushed in on top side. Genex has kind of equalized his gold lead to what was lost against Nako earlier. He's not even with him in CS yet at all, but he's managed to come back.
Yes. Yes, he has. Vitality managed to get there for... Nako getting jumped on by Genex. You can see what Vitality are trying to do. They're trying to force Genex away from the tower, but Lince's tanks up a couple of shots. The Cyclone comes out, and it's a good enough dive from Vitality. They'll force Genex away.
Getting really aggressive.
Looking for the stun. Loopy coming across again. Cocoon landing onto Kazi. Hilly down to 400 HP or so. Lince's here, but he's been tracked the whole way through his jungle. Glacial Prison only hits onto the decoy there. Let's force that W out, but not an exchange that Isma really would have wanted to make. However, they do gain control around the grubs from it, and it should be 5 grubs going over to SK.
Yeah, but Genex is staying bot. He doesn't have TP. Nako's already coming up, so they're in a great position to fight here as Vitality because Isma already used that ultimate, as you said.
Yeah, they have a man advantage. Isma might just look for 4 here. They're not to consult away. Nako looking for the flank. He's hit with nice the Cocoon. Loopy has been on point with those. Vitality will take the last remaining grub, but it's 4 to SK.
Yashin's going to help you a lot going through this turret. Play coming through from Isma as well. They could dive Nako here. No one is around to defend him.
Gragas, it's so hard to dive him. He goes in with the body slam, flashes away. Isma with the lockup, the ignite ticking. And there's the repel from Loopy to avoid the final tower shot. Hylissang and Linces on their way across. Rahel looking for the tower. Hilly flashes forward. TP coming in. Camped TP by SK as Rahel dashes away. No flash on him now. Does have the cleanse, but Chayak puts him back. He dashes across the wall. The Cyclone will lock him up in the end, and as much as Rahel can try, he can't escape. Linces and Chayak. Hylissang now running for the hills, dashes back to a minion. The stun going in from Isma as well as Linces will fall. Chayak and Hylissang trying to escape to their tower, but their tower will fall over with just a small breath of wind. A double for Rika. He's looking for more. Chayak underneath the turret can put up the sun disc. If that tower does go down, that might, can it? No, not quite. take down the turret as
This
of
has to
yet.
flash in as well. He made his enemy use so many tools to try and kill him.
Loopy might be dead here. Doesn't have the flash. Did have it, but Chain of Corruption enough to lock him down. Isma on the Drake as well as Vitality just want more of the action. They have the numbers advantage as well because Genex is in the top side and Nako is in mid. Genex does have TP. Isma should be able to jump out of the back of the pit. Nako now on Rahel, who remember has no flash. Knocked into the wall, but is not quite enough to take down the Ezreal as of yet. The Drake begun again by Vitality. They will secure their second of the game.
Yeah, but it is traded on the top side. They get
It's a
another.
bit hard as their Knack dives because it's tier 2s you're looking to dive. It becomes a lot more tricky as an Elise to really have that much impact, especially in professional play. In solo queue, a lot of the time you'd be able to pick someone out in the jungle, but pro play, people are a little bit more apprehensive to step in.
And this is where I'm really keeping my eyes on SK to see if they can actually pilot this range composition around their poke, because they've had a really good early game so far, but they need to drive this one home, and you're playing without any
Enough to be
meaningful...
caught out because he had Isma waiting just around the corner in case anything did begin to go in an untoward fashion. Loopy caught out, jumps to the blast cone. You can do that on Elise.
Want to punish GenX on a weak side.
That's the weakness we talked about with SK trying to keep the tempo of the game up. They lost the first 2 Drakes. It's really hard to force Vitality into fights unless Hylissang just space checks. Because they don't need to fight. Vitality can wait it out. They can get 3 items on their AD carry, 3 items on their mid laner, and then be in a strong position to fight you later.
Yeah, and I love that you're talking about items, because I think that's what they're waiting for right now with Chayak. He was the only one who didn't have, or at least he doesn't have the second item like Rika. And when you're playing this composition, you really want your SC to be in a good spot.
That was really nice from Hilly. Jumps in the way. Get down, Mr. Kazi. Blocks the Glacial Prison. Isma should be able to get away from this. Does still have the flash. Lynch just jumping across the wall was hit.
And in EMEA Masters when he won that. And now he's back in the LEC and he's still struggling again. Might even be caught out by Hilly, or is Hilly the one getting caught?
He flashes away from the Glacial Prism. Loopy flashing for the cocoon. Stand beside me, used by Hylissang, but now he's being chased down. And once again, it's Hilly overextending and dying. Nako's TPing in behind, though, as SK look to collapse on top of him.
Ooh, when they see that, he's flying in and he's out of there.
Linsus eats a Mystic shot. Nako should be able to retreat. Genex will pick up those blood petals. The Artican, a possibility here for SK. They do have a man advantage.
Oh, no flash,
Kazi
Kazi
having to flash away as well from Isma. Chain of Corruption going down. Chayak forced away by Rika. Kazi now dead as well. The bot lane doomed to death together. SK find 2, and now the Artican in their eyes.
Chayak's resetting. He does have TP. Linsa's still around. He's trying to come around from a flank position, but it's already warded out in that tri-bush, and now the resistance
There's
is
the
getting trapped.
cocoon. Loopy has been on point with these cocoons. Linsa's forced away. Not quite enough damage to kill off the Wukong. Force him down to 100 landing. He's still at a 3rd HP. Isma dashing away as well. Linsa's going for the chase, but Loopy puts the cocoon back down, hits Hilly. Rika trying to put some damage down from the side. No ultimate for Nako now, nor for Kazi. Glacial Prism going out onto Chayak, unbreakable out from Hylissang. Isma still dodging in, dodging back, doing some damage himself. Janax takes a chunk from Nako. As Vitality now on the right side of the health bars. Hilly, though, down to a 3rd himself. Janax being forced away by Nako. Isma looking to jump out of the back of the Dragon Pit. Rahel can't quite land the Mystic shots, and with Genex so low, it looks like Vitality have been able to fend off SK at this turn.
That's huge for Vitality. That's going to put them on soul point. Resets are going to come through. I don't think Vitality is feeling as desperate to need to start this Artican, but just that moment right there, that's a huge win for them, just because it's Grasp.
It just works so well. Vitality do have control over the top side, though. You can see SK's invested so much in getting control over that blue side jungle, over that bot side jungle. The Vitality immediately can start off the Baron. Janax is coming across. It looks like SK know that this is happening. Hilly going to put the Glacial Fissure down. Genex has a good flank position. 4,000 on the Baron right now. 3,000.
Oh, great!
And it just can't get close enough. The battle enough to distract. Vitality starting to retreat. Isma looking for the Glacial Prison. It goes between the uprights somehow. Chain of Corruption for the route for the slow. Loopy goes up, comes down. Vitality
had a hard time making these proactive plays because it was easy for SK to get priority in the lanes and make the move first. Now you have Baron. That should be easier.
He doesn't have flash, so he has to dodge away from everything. Loopy on the back line. Nako with a Seeker's Arm Guard. Loopy already dead as Linsus takes him down. The Cyclone coming out knocks up Rika as well. They're still trying to kill Nako,
he's alive.
and they just can't do it. Nako survives. SK paid for it with...
What you said is all it was going to take was one fight for Vitality to drive it home. They found that one fight, and I will say you saw two things there. Loopy, how squishy he is on the Elise, was immediately blown up by Linces, but also the value of Hillisand Sprong there, keeping Nako alive, fantastic positioning, and really good
before
tag.
he can ever get close to a fight. Janex is going to be able to get a tier 2 in the bot lane. True Sharp Rush coming out, trying to clear out some of these minions. Hillisang down at half HP as well, will be caught in that Chaos Storm. Glacial Prism going down as well, but Hilly will just come back with a false life. Chayek able to take the tower and take a kill alongside it. A false life exchanged for a real one. His inhibitor tower in the bot side does fall as well. Janex able to secure that one, but the inhibitor forfeit for it as Vitality crack open the base of SK.
Yeah, and I mean, 30 seconds, something he will have that Sonya's ready.
And he's got Mikhail's in case he does get caught.
I mean, it's really, the odds are stacked against SK here.
TP coming in as well by Vitality. Isma looking for the steal. You have to feel this will be the final nail in the coffin if Vitality were able to secure this soul. Loopy stepping forward, but really the Elise wants to be sneakier than this. Hillisang with the Unbreakable. Janex has managed to sneak behind, but he's on vision.
Oh my god,
Isma, look at him, he's a third HP before anything really begins here. Mikhail's on Chayek, Mountain Soul secured, and they're just swept away by the Cyclone, a Typhoon, ripping through SK. Janex caught out as well, is 3 already. There's a super minion pushing into the base as well. Isma dashing forward, but Chayek puts him in his place. Only Loopy left alive. And Vitality, Arachnophobes to the last, trying to take him down, trying to squash the bug under their feet. Kazi and Nako pushing into the base. Hilly chasing Loopy away alongside Linces and Chayek. They want the ace. They want to close it out. And Loopy goes up and then's going to go 6 feet under. Loopy dies, an ace for Vitality. The minions pushing into the base, and this should be over.
Yeah, the Itsy Bitsy Spider not having the best of time. Kasi and Nako had ready. It was a dire early game, I think it's fair to say, but Vitality, their team fighting, remain vigilant.
From draft through to the team fights, Vitality's composition just coming out on top. Hilly, one last death for the road as Vitality secure their 2nd win of winter.
And good early game from SK. I will give them